Distingués invités, chers entrepreneurs, chers amis de l'océan, très belle expression que j'ai apprise aujourd'hui et qui sont...
Dear devotees, there is an expression that I learned this morning in line with Blue Invest Africa 2024 25. Good afternoon. You already won a lot of pointer marks. Good afternoon.
I have to count on you to, help us do
So
better.
So we're going to try what I taught you earlier. Blue Invest Africa, then you say Friends of the Ocean. Blue Invest Africa, Friends of the Ocean. Then BIA, we go voila. Are we ready to try? I expect a lot of energy because I saw what you all ate when you went for lunch. That's enough for high energy. So are we ready? Blue Invest Africa, Friends of the Ocean. Blue Invest Africa. Blue Invest Africa. BIA. Voila. Great. Welcome back. Charlotte, over to you.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Bonsoir à tous. Si vous nous...
Thank you very much, and thank to all those that are following online and from where you are. We welcome you on this event, Blue Event Africa, a section going on at the Hotel de Février of Lomé, Togo. This morning there was a wonderful opening ceremony, and after that we received some pictures that also intervene. There was a message delivered by the CEO of CMO Group, and we once again want to thank the users of digital solutions of CMO Group. We may go to the next continuation.
With us.
Oh, like I said, c'est très difficile. And let me tell you, dear jury, we know you are friends, but for me, I think my fear was the questions you'd ask me. Yeah, I was so nervous. What they have in mind for me? So, on behalf of all the pitchers, please go easy on us. Are we on the same page? Good. But in all, I believe that Blue Invest Africa is beyond just a pitch, right? It gave me a platform to tell my story, and I believe everybody here has a story to tell. So the moment you get here on stage, feel free. Share your story. You never know. Every conversation you have here is more like a key that can open a door for you tomorrow or in the next future. So pitchers, be encouraged and be excited.
Merci bien sûr d'ovationner très très fort pour tous les candidats et merci Divine qui partageait donc son expérience avec nous, lui qui a également...
We thank our colleagues who has shared his experience with us. Last year in Kenya, it is there with a pleasure, I would like to invite the members of the jury for this second section. Thank you once again for welcoming Kumige from FAO.
Lina from Large Africa.
We need to feel the energy inside.
Togo.
Fuga from Swa Togo. These are the members of the jury for the second session. And this afternoon we'll have 6 candidates from different nationals that we're going to listen to. You know, Kenya, Guinea, Tanzania, Senegal, and of course Tunisia. We thank all of you. But before then, before starting with the different pitches, I would like to invite Mr. Tondo, who has information for us.
Tando, she has an information for us concerning the blue activity. Come on, give it up for her.
Everyone. Is it on? Yeah, you can hear me. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're well, and it is a pleasure to welcome you to the Blue activity later this afternoon. My name is Tando Mazomba. I am the Venture Development Manager at Ocean Hub Africa, so working with Alexi there. And I'm here to tell you a little bit more about the Blue activity later this afternoon that I'm very pleased to welcome you to. So together with the Togolese government, some local organizations and institutions, they've been really, really hard at work, not only organizing Blue Invest Africa that we're gathered here today for, but also to engage with the communities and organizations through the plastic community and the circular economy. So what's happened is over the last weekend, some organizations have collected some plastic material and waste material, which will be used to create some legacy art and exhibitions that you guys get to partake in with us. Really, the objective of the activity is to enhance and promote visibility on the circular economy, the pollution in the environment, especially in the marine, which you all know. It's to gain visibility and to engage with local communities that are working towards the blue economy, not only in Togo, but on the African continent. It's to provide a safe space for all of us to chat, to reflect, to connect, to further network. We've all been here this afternoon listening to, and will continue to listen to, more entrepreneurs speak about how they're contributing to the blue economy. And so this is a space for you guys to interact with the environment, interact with your peers, reflect on what you guys are working in the blue economy while making some really cool pieces. What are the pieces, you may be asking? We have some NGOs outside who will be guiding us through the process. You'll have the opportunity to use the waste material that was collected over the weekend to create your own souvenirs that will hopefully remind you of your time here today in Togo. As well as create a collective art piece that will be exhibited here in Togo. And that will serve as a legacy and a testament to the community that you guys are building here today, the contribution and the commitment that you are aiming to make going forward into the future, the partnerships that we're building, and the collaborations you aim to build. So where will the event be taking place? When you exit the hotel, just outside on your right in the garden where all the flags are up, that's where the event will be taking place. And so I really urge you and invite you to come and join us as we wrap up the day today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tondo Mazumba from South Africa, and you are from Ocean Hub. So you didn't ask me to translate it. I'm sure they got it all. Anyway, I'll just, en français, juste vraiment un petit ramasser toutes les informations partagées.
Well, we benefited from all the information shared with us, and we were planning a side event which will take place after the second session of pitch of this afternoon. We therefore cordially invite you for a workshop on the craftiness about recycled items that we have a company that specialize in recycling waste, and will help you. Everybody will have a chance to get a souvenir. And this workshop will take place in the garden by your left-hand side, where you'll see the different flags of Togo, European Union, and you'll be welcome in that garden, and all of us who will leave Togo with a good souvenirs. So that's an important message about the protection of our coast and also to get them free from all waste for us to live a healthy life in a good and healthy environment. Thank you very much. I think that this is a very interesting transition to prepare our candidate for the new project pitches.
Into our second pitching session, and we're looking at feeding from the aquatic resources. So these entrepreneurs support technologies and services that enable aquaculture production or post-harvest. So ladies and gentlemen, our first pitcher for this session is coming all the way from Guinea, and he's in the person of Abdoulaye Diawara from Feeds Fish Guinea. Come on, give it up for him.
La Guinée, pour ouvrir le bal.
Imaginez un pisciculteur.
Just imagine a fish farmer from Ghana or from Togo feeding the element, and he ignores whether the quality of the water is quite okay or not, whether the fish being bred are well fed or in good condition, thinking of all the expenditures. This we have more than 5,000 fish farmers that are working in Guinea, and we have more than 50 of them that are working with limited means and restrained means and not having access to technology. Ladies and gentlemen, my greetings. I am Jaora Juwail from founder of PGNI and a master's degree in fish farming or aquaculture from Guinea. So I started this by combining technical nutrition and what is done. And in Guinea, we have more than 80% of fish or aquaculture is imported. In this time, there is an increase of 21 kg consumed by every person by year. So agri fish product nourishes many people, especially those who are trained on the local technology. Talking of the catches, thinking of the temperature of the water in real time. We propose to African fish farmers a technology to reduce the losses, increase their revenue, and think of a sustainable agriculture facing with climate change. Our challenge is that it has to do with the sales and what activities are there and the sales assistance to those who are involved in fish farming. From 2023, more than 250 fish farmers used our methodologies, and the results are concrete. And by taking into account more than 30% of what they've lost, and they joined the domain. And for Africa, we are calling for 300,000 euro for support, and by producing 1,500 tons per year with our mobile techniques, by creating 40 job opportunities for our women, with a market estimated at more than 5 million euro to the market, higher to one, thinking of aquaculture for an attractive yielding. I'm not the only one, but I'm here with me. I am assisted by many young people having more than about 10 years of experience. Technology and international trade are there to maximize our impact in the various areas. Today, I'm inviting you in this regard to put money in this feeding area so as to come to an end to food security in Africa. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah. Members of the jury, you have the floor. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah, for the presentation. It is a sector which needs a lot from Africa, especially in West Africa. I then commend you on tackling this important and difficult section or area. My question is that, in line with the production that you've planned about animals and a plan of 1,500 tons per year for an investment of 300,000 euro, and this amount will help to put in place a unit of production per hour, but also thinking of our application. I even have it that in my phone. Please allow me to finish my question. My question is to know. I want to know whether there is a study conducted about the yield of your project, bearing in mind that talking of a factory which will process this fish, because I know that there's a minimum of something needed for us to produce this 1,500. That's what we aim at. And maybe you are producing less than that for the time being. But regarding the yield and in terms of investment, do you have data that allow you for it to be viable? Yes, of course. Right from 2023, as I've said it initially, we thought of 250 users are using our method, and we have 30,000 people that benefited from it yesterday, and that's our plan for the year 2025. Good morning. Thank you once again for the pitch. I have two questions. The first one is in line with the access of your how to have access to your application, because I know that the majority of your beneficiaries that do not have free access to internet. How can they proceed offline? Because what I've seen is online. This is done by online. We started with Wi-Fi to make our fish farmers to be accustomed with the system, and then for the phase two, we're now heading to the offline aspect. My second question is in line with your fraction. When you were talking of the yield, you spoke of 30,000 last year, and we aim at going to 50,000. And also in terms of customers last year compared with this year, what has been the key of your growth? The key, let me say that we do not produce only the feed, but we also assist producers in on how to you make use of it. That's the key of our sources in that area, and it helps to get more customers. You may have somebody who is satisfied, but when he is satisfied, he will go and talk to somebody else. It's a way of inviting or bringing other clients to us for them to benefit from assistance from our company. How many customers do you have today? Up to date, we have about 500 customers, and last year we were about 400 and 427. Thank you for your presentation, which is very important and excellent. But do you have an idea about the potential competitors, two people that will challenge you on the continent? As I said it, these potential challenges are those are exporters, those who are producing from outside. You know that we are producing feeds based on local production. That's the first aspect. And the second one has to do with the service. And today we are not only producing feed, but we train and assist our fish farmers. And this will also help us to get rid of our competitors, those who are challenging us. Apart from that, we have a very good system for tariffication, our tariff. So the feed is about 40 euro, which is very high, expensive for the producers, which compared to 20 at local level. Apart from that, we also have affordability. That affordability, you see, it's about 3 to 4 weeks before we produce why they want to import. But today we are producing locally, and our customers have more free access to that. What step will you take according to your expectations? If, for instance, what you've planned from the beginning, you happen not to meet that goal. So, your projection, if you don't meet your expectations, what do you think? Your future projections. If if you could not meet your goals and you discover that what you planned initially is not succeeding on the field, do you have any plan B to be more successful on the market? Please, I've not understood. If you could kindly take it, you have an idea of your business, right? Assuming that some conditions arise and your business, what you have as projection, because you are thinking of making profit. If you know you cannot make profit and there are problems on the field, on the ground, do you have any plan B that will help you to still remain on the field and to be resilient? You know, in that regard, we have some sponsors and partners supporting us. And if you get to my website, there are investors. Let me say it like that. I will not mention any name here. They are ready to assist us with our project. Well, thank you. Thank you, members of the jury.
Let's give it up for him. So kindly take note. After this pitching session, you would vote for your favorite pitcher. So kindly take note. Online participants, you're not left out. I still want to feel your energy, so keep dropping the blue emojis. I really appreciate it. And jury, please, can we do one? Jury? Okay, jury. Please, can we do one question each for the sake of time? Yes, like I said earlier, you need to be our friends. So that's the only way I could get you to be our friends, yeah? So for the sake of time, jury, let's do one question each. And pitchers, you have 4 minutes to tell your story. So now moving on to the next pitcher for this session. We're going back to the East Africa, Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, let's welcome Robin Ndungu. Robin, now is the time to tell your story. Scoop your mic. Microphone. Sorry. Come on, let's keep clapping, let's keep clapping.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'll start with a question. I hope everyone has enjoyed their lunch. Who among here has eaten seafood from the lunch? Has anyone eaten seafood? You see the small hands. Okay, my name is Robin Ndungu, and I am a passionate fisherman and a social entrepreneur from Kenya. And I'm about to tell you why you should have eaten seafood today. From the previous pitchers who have talked, Africa has a problem. We are importing so much fish and we are not producing enough. The reason why we are not doing this is because that farmers who want to farm fish or farm seafood, they are not able to do it because they are not able to access quality seed, quality fingerlings. And I am the founder of Kisumi Organics. Kisumi Organics is an aquatech startup. We leverage modern technology to create sustainable, affordable, and climate-smart crustacean value chain systems. We develop hatchery system for smallholder farmers, whereby we produce crustacean babies, all the fingerlings that we supply the farmers with, and we train the farmers on crustacean farming and provide them with the technical know-how and inputs to enable them to produce their crustaceans to maturity period. We offer the farmers ready market by aggregating the mature crayfish from all the farmers. Kisumi Organics, we have made amazing traction since our inception in 2020. We have worked with 150 farmers through a franchise-like model, whereby we train the farmers, provide them with the quality seeds, and we buy back the mature crayfish, which we export. We currently export to 3 countries in Africa: Nigeria, Ghana, and Rwanda, and hopefully we should be exporting to Togo soon so that you can be able to eat seafood as much as we would want. Our business is not just profit-based, but it's also social impact centric, whereby we empower youth and women who are the majority of the farmers we work with by providing them with the technology, the technical know-how, and also we provide them with the technology that we personally use to produce the babies. And our traction so far, since we got inception in 2020, we've been able to, we've fundraised successfully, and from that we've impacted the 150 farmers with 100 farmers providing us with continuously providing us with mature fish, which we export to the market, providing them with guaranteed market for their fish, and also sustainable incomes. Our team is comprised of me, I am the founder, and with 5-year experience in aquaculture and agriculture value chain development. We have Selina, who has an experience of 5 years in finance and accounting, and we have Robert, who's our CTO, who's developing our automated system and hatchery, the modular hatchery that we work with. We are currently raising $500,000 to expand our franchise system here in West Africa, because our biggest market is in West Africa. We onboard 5,000 farmers in the next 12 months, so that we can increase our production from 15 tons a month to 100 tons a month, which will enable us to empower more farmers and create more impact in terms of revenue, in terms of income, and communities and families that are benefiting from our business. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Robin. Because of you, everybody's eating seafood for lunch tomorrow.
Yes.
Good. So, jury, over to you.
Thank you for your presentation, for your very good presentation. I have one question related to the risks.
Sorry?
The risk.
The risk, yes.
Yes. Did you identify some risk, and what is your strategy?
Our biggest risk is government policies in regards to the new markets that we are entering, and we have mitigated that risk by partnering with different stakeholders who are enabling us to have the requirements and regulations that we need to enter those markets.
My question is, in terms of, you had a slide that shows your revenue. I want to hear more about your cost. What are your biggest cost driver?
Our biggest cost drivers are feed, and we are producing it internally. So we are trying to reduce the cost of feeding the fish, and the cost the farmers incur on feeding the fish to the maturity period.
So, meaning buying the fish feed for the farmers, is that what you're saying?
We produce the fish internally, and we supply the fish with the fish that we are producing internally. Yes.
Thank you.
Just one point of clarification. Okay. I can read that you export to China.
Yes, we're also exporting to China.
What kind of things do you export to China?
Sorry?
You export to China?
Yes, we do.
What?
Crayfish.
Okay.
Frozen crayfish.
Can you remind me of how much are you asking for?
$500,000. Yes.
What if the investor offers you maybe double or double of that money? How will you use it?
I don't want to be greedy. We just want to work with $500,000. We expand to the markets that we are working with, because I have been in the industry for a minute, and I understand if you take a bigger chunk that you can't chew, you end up putting the business in jeopardy. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, jury. Thank you, jury. So, pictures, when I call you here on stage, make sure you pick your microphone before you come on stage. So we're moving straight to the next picture. We are staying in East Africa, Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome on stage Karen Mwangi from NutriFish, Kenya. Come on, you can do better.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Karen Wamboi Mwangi, COO and co-founder of NutriFish. So I know we've been asking you to imagine a lot, but stay with me. So imagine a fish farmer, raising your stocks in dedication, only to get to the end of your cycle, and there's no reliable market. And then a few regions over, families, communities are lacking access to safe and healthy protein sources, then leading them to turn to unsafe, inorganic, or even maybe genetically modified products that fill their stomachs but leave them with a long-term health risk. This is the case for a lot of people in Africa. According to the FAO, 250 million people on the continent are undernutritioned. Protein energy deficiency has left children stunted, families weakened, and communities in cycles of poverty. And yet, farmers are producing a lot of fish that is not making it into the markets. So the solution we see to this is what I want to present to you today, which is NutriFish. NutriFish is a blue economy social enterprise that takes underutilized farmed fish and turns it into nutrient-dense and shelf-stable fish powder. Each jar contains 65% protein, omega-3 calcium, and other micronutrients, and it has a shelf life of 12 months, making it suitable for both urban and rural households. It also comes in flavored variants that suits different customer segments. So since our founding in March, we have been able to make quite a few steps. We have partnered with 10 schools, 1 hospital, and we have reached 500 customers, raising $6,000 in early revenue. We have also mapped 8 regions with malnutrition and have established early partnerships to strengthen our supply base. So the opportunity for us is immense. Africa's fish market is valued at $2 billion, while the food fortification market is valued at $4 billion. Our immediate focus is schools, hospitals, retailers, and the 10 million households that consume fish regularly. We also plan to scale to 300 retail markets within the next 5 years, delivering more than 1,000 farmers to reliable offtake. So each jar we sell does more than just nourish the body. We are also reducing the pressure on dwindling wild stocks by supporting sustainable aquaculture. We are also empowering women by increasing their income, bringing dignity to their work. And we are also in alignment with the UN SDG goals, zero hunger, zero poverty, life below water, and gender equality. Before you today, NutriFish has a team of 4 that brings 40 years of experience in fisheries, policy, food systems, and finance, with Brenda Wamboi and myself as the co-founders. We have Susan Jerry and Lillian Ongwari on the team as well. So as NutriFish, we're asking for $200,000 that will go into commercializing at scale. We're also looking at advancing our product development and increasing our production capacity. With this, we look to triple our revenue within the next 18 months, delivering both impact and strong financial returns. Join us at NutriFish today, where we believe that everyone deserves access to safer, smarter nutrition, and 1 in every 5 lives can be saved if humanity ate better. Not more, just better. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen. I think I'll be the first person to join you at NutriFish.
You're welcome.
Great, great. So, Julie, over to you.
Thank you so much for your good presentation also. I have one question about market study. Can you tell us a little bit about the people, the target people, what they want and if they can buy the processing product at what price? Do you have some study on that?
Yes, so a bit of background into how NutriFish came to be. Personally, I'm in the fisheries industry in Kenya, and working for the organization that I work for, we were able to do some ground truthing for a project, and this is where I really got to see the effects that personally, okay, in the Kenyan aspect, lots of funding has gone into production and not as much in market access. And in the same places, you find malnutrition rates are high. You wonder what the problem is. So we have, that was part of what we considered our market study, being on ground, seeing the communities, see what the problem is, and having conversations with them, understanding what the problem is. And so the people who are the market for NutriFish are those communities that are undernutritioned. Number one, they also lack access to power, meaning they can't really refrigerate their food. NutriFish then presents them with the jar that you have before you, which lasts for 6 months and above, requires no refrigeration, and still is affordable. The jar goes for $3.50, which is affordable for all the households in Kenya, I believe. And yeah, with that, they're able to boost their nutrition at a very reasonable price. And yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to ask around revenue. You may have mentioned it, and sorry if I missed it, but I want to understand your revenue growth from last year to this year, and if you can embed in your answer your customer acquisition strategy, that would be great.
Okay, so we began developing the product last year, November, but we actually started making sales in this year of March. So far, we've done 500 customers, raising $6,000 to that's till September of this year. And how we are acquiring our markets, we've done a lot of awareness around the product. It is quite new to the Kenyan market. So we've been doing lots of, in Kenya, there's the agricultural show, doing showcases, having people come and try. And that's how we're really getting the word out there that there is a solution, which is fish powder. And that has really brought in traction when it comes to customers. We're also partnering with organizations who are doing school feeding programs and also mother-child health for hospitals, and that has also brought in lots of traction.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you have been meeting some challenges when it comes to the cost, the price that you have set for your product, and if people are enthusiastic about buying it, or how is it like?
It's been an interesting journey. People are excited because it's, like I said, quite a new product. People wonder how can fish be powder. I know it's something popular in the West African market, but for Kenya, it's quite new. So there is that excitement, there is that hype around the product. Sorry, the other thing was, costs. So the challenges we've had with cost so far, our cost of production we feel it's high, mainly because of the equipment we're using when it comes to power, electricity, and that's also the reason why we're fundraising. We would love to change the facility where we do our production, use renewable energy, and we feel that is really going to help in bringing down our costs.
Is it a little bit affordable to the people?
Yes. At $350, the people feel it's a good price, also for the buying points of people as a, with the purchasing power. According to the purchasing power, people feel it's good. Yes.
Hello. Okay, thank you so much, jury. Thank you so much, Karen, for a wonderful presentation. Please don't drop the energy. It's so important over here. So now we move to the first picture from Tanzania. All the way from Zanzibar, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Shuwena Salim. Come on, you can do better than this.
Hello everyone. My name is Shuwena. I'm a founder and CEO of Refasha Zanzibar. Refasha Zanzibar Hello everyone. My name is Shuwena. I'm a founder and CEO of Refasha Zanzibar. Refasha Zanzibar comes from my own personal experience. I was suffered from eczema that left a visible mark on my skin and emotional scar on my confidence. At school, I was mocked and called the Pemba Crow. My search for healing was long and painful until I discovered the restorative power of seaweed. Seaweed not only transformed my life, it gave me a mission to empower 1,000 women seaweed farmers on the shores of Zanzibar by transforming their harvest into world-class cosmetics which heal, uplift, and inspire. In Zanzibar, over 80% of seaweed farmers are women who work under harsh conditions, yet earn less than $1 per kg. At the same time, women across the region face the healthy issue caused by using harmful chemical. So, Refasha produce natural cosmetics products which heal, uplift, and inspire. Also, we work with the local seaweed farmers by providing them with tools, training, and fair market access. So, from there, our future, we wanted to provide our seaweed farmers a better quality life, including healthy insurance. Globally, natural cosmetics market will be worth by 2030, and it will be 45 million. In Tanzania, will reach 35 million USD. At Refasha, we approximate to reach 1.3 million USD. We operate in B2B and B2C with a 40% profit margin. We produce natural cosmetics, including hair care, body care, and skin care products. We are a team of 7, including me as a co-founder, and the cosmetics formulation. We have a production, quality assurance, and community development. We're seeking for 100,000 USD that we will use 40% as an asset purchase, 35% as in production, and 25% as operation for our working capital. Also, these investments will help us to expand our production and also bring 10 new jobs, also provide 50 more seaweed farmers in our community. Join us in our journey from sea to skin, where your purchase, your support can empowering women economically, heal the skin naturally, and also protect our ocean sustainably. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for your presentation.
Yeah.
So you helped us all realize how engaged women are in blue economy in Africa. So Jory, it's over to you for the questions.
Thank you so much for the very good presentation. Now, one question, do you have already some partners working with you?
For now, we work by ourselves, and this business we start, now it's 5 years. We didn't have any partner, but we have some 9 hotels that we distribute our product in Zanzibar, and we have 5 distributors in different area in Tanzania.
What's the hardest thing in getting those customers? What is what is the hardest part of getting more customers?
Okay. The hardest part of getting the customer is most of the hotel industry in Zanzibar operate with other different people. So they most of the time they prefer to take a product in the people that they come from they take product from their country. But at least we have some hotels that trust us, and we work with them. And now we have an MOU with one hotel from Mauritius, and they wanted to operate a hotel in Zanzibar.
Please, can you dive? Can you dive? Dive.
Yes, I can.
Like, can you go down in the ocean to fetch the seaweed? Because I know some few people from Zanzibar. Do you know about Faria Elmi?
Fahima?
Faria Elmi.
Yes, I know her.
And also Aziza said. Yeah, so they are also doing like a lot of stuff. There, a lot of interesting stuff. There are women that like the dive go in there under the ocean and to fetch the seaweed. And this seaweed business is something that is very interesting nowadays, and which we can really consider when we want to do something out of something that is economically viable out of the ocean. So I just want to understand what you are doing differently from those people that I mentioned, because they too, they are into seaweed, doing like transforming seaweed into even food or cosmetics and so on. So what is that one thing that is making your business special compared to the rest?
What makes us different? The first one is we extract seaweed to protein, and that protein can be used to glow the skin, balancing the hormone, and also make hair growth. And the other thing, what we are doing as different is we have our women that we have MOU with them, and we work with them. So we make sure that we get our raw material from that women, and we buy with fair price. The seaweed, we buy it for fair price from the women we have. And also in our future, we plan to provide a healthy insurance for our local seaweed farmers.
Thank you. But before you go, I'm reading a very beautiful sentence from your back of your T-shirt. You want to share it with us? There's something written at your back. Let me see. You have your skin, our purpose, a better world. Refers to your activity? Yes. Thank you. Congratulations. So thank you. It was. Then we have the speech from Zanzibar. The name of the company is Rifarsha Zanzibar Limited. Congratulations once again. So now, j'ai vraiment l'immense plaisir de vous inviter.
I have much pleasure to come back to a francophone country. Mohamed Trimash from the Tunisian fisheries, as well as fish farming company from Tunisia.
Hello everyone, I'm Mohamed Trimesh. I'm happy to be here as the only representative from Northern Africa. I'm graduate in business administration from Lausanne Business School, Switzerland. I'm the managing director of farm fishing company which was established in 2013. We specialize in fish farming. We are the forestry producers with a capacity of 3,000 tons. We employ about 120% being women, and we are certified ISO 22000 and very soon Global Gap. And we export 25% for production to very demanding markets in terms of quality. Canada, countries in the Gulf, and Italy. We're exporting already to Europe. 75% remaining is being sold on the local market in Tunisia. There are B2B channels. Now, on to the figures. We are doing very well, up and running. In 2022, we had a turnover of 5 million euros, up to 9 million euros. That will reach 15 million by late 2025. That is progression of 200% in 4 years, which is quite obvious performance. We are profitable, 3.5 million euros. That is 25% of our turnover, more or less. The reason why I'm here today, I'm looking for 1.7 million euro investment in terms of debt, equity, or mix of the three. There is no problem whatsoever. The project is that we want an automatic barge for feeding in high sea. I'll show you what it looks like, a barge. This is what it looks like. Based in our farm, 7 kilometers away from the coast. That is kind of offshore base we're looking for. This project will have two impacts. Financial one, 900,000 euros annually. Production cycle, that will allow us to reduce financial charges. As there will be strategic impact by reducing carbon footprint and limiting waste and protecting the marine flora and fauna. It's a solid base for a more sustainable aquaculture, which is more profitable. This will lead us by 2028. I hope not to stop there. Indeed, we envision to increase our production by 2026 to reach 5,000 tons, a turnover of 25 million tons, 25 million euros. We believe that we will be a leading firm in birding innovative technology, in AI being embedded to remain competitive faced with the very stringent global competitiveness. We have Turkish and the Greeks also that are very our competitors. I thank you.
Merci.
Thanks for such a brilliant presentation. Going by the figures, investment, the accurate data. So I'm wondering, well, are you at the right place participating with the other candidates? In reality, you rather need investors that will really take stakes in your firm. We already have an institutional investor We're no longer a family company. We have a capital of 6 million euros. Mind you, 7% is held by a foreign investor. With this turnover and this operation, in principle, you don't have a problem with the banks to borrow money. Normally, yes, but in Tunisia, the problem with the banks, they have always been asking for guarantees. That is half project, 1 million euro. You need 2 million euros as a guarantee. Well, it is quite appalling, but that's the reality. Unfortunately, that is what our financial systems look like. This one, if I got you correctly, you want to finance the barge projected on the screen. Is there any environmental, social impact using that barge? Yes, let me explain, no problem. Environmental impact. The fact that there will be a barge for stable feeding will reduce CO2 emission. We will feed using a machine fitted with these ships. Will not be going back and forth. By so doing, we'll reduce CO2 emission. There is a hybrid system with solar panels, etc. I hope I've answered your question. Environment with this barge, 1.5 tons, rather than using sacks, plastic sacks. These are huge figures. We are using 8,000 tons of feed times 25 kg. These are many plastic sacks. We have a system in place for monitoring purposes, monitoring the marine environment all around. I didn't get your question. Did you think of a system that will allow you every 5, 10 years or on a yearly basis to monitor the surrounding marine environment? Well, we've just invested in a marine monitoring system. We have 3 groups of 15 cages, a remote sensing system that will give us indications about the temperature of the water, salt content, oxygenation, and all these are pretty much important to know the doses that we need to inject into the cages. Why did you prefer export to Europe rather than to Africa? To African countries? It is a relevant question. I'm wondering if you know this type of fish. The rate and another type of fish we are exporting by aircraft. Coming here, it took me 20 hours. For fish, that's not the way to go. Thanks a lot. He is from the fish farming companies in Tunisia. Bravo for your project. It's not bad. Now for the last presentation.
We are now going to the case of Senegal, the country from Teranga, and we're going to invite Mr. Cindy Abubakar of Aquacom. My name is Shana Abubakar, a co-founder of Aquacom. Imagine a fisherman who was working initially, but now, then after fishing, he came back to the house empty-handed, and the children are there, not with anything. And between 2020 and 2023, there was a fall of about 10% of the catches. But the solution is there. That's aquaculture. In West Africa, aquaculture is in perpetual growth, 15%. But unfortunately, in Senegal, about half of our fish farmers are facing difficulties. That's access to imports. So, and also access to market to sell their yield. That's where we intervene as Aquacol, and we decided to say goodbye to those problems by putting in place Aquacom, and fish farmers know us on our website and we can supply within 48 hours all over Senegal. We are not only the only suppliers, but we are the main platform in this section. And thanks to our expertise in aquaculture, we are offering a special opportunity to our population. Our concern is that we meet urgent needs of our people. So we have this project started in 2021, and today our turnover is multiplied by 3. In 2023, we have 3,000, and last year we have about 4,000, and in 2025 we are more than that. The market of aquaculture is essential. Only in West Africa, we produce about 350,000 tons for producers. Our main market is West Africa, Senegal, the Gambia, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, as well as Mali. This market covered about paid 1,500,000 euro with a turnover of about 800,000 euro, and we have about 5%, a group composed of 100% of women within different zones, and with aquaculture, e-trade, e-commerce, and finance. This what gives us power in our project. We are doing it as a business, and we support fish farmers to produce, and we contribute to food security. We also contribute to oceans, and we create opportunity for job opportunity for African youth. And for this, we need 150,000 euro for equity and grant. So we need the trust of our different donors, and this investment will help us to send our product in the aqua market, and we also developed quorum almost everywhere in Senegal, and we are making progress towards Cote d'Ivoire. These dear investors and dear friends of blue economy, if you want to contribute to this blue economy, please kindly come to Aquacom in Senegal. Thank you.
Merci pour la belle.
Thank you for the good presentation as well. I have something to say, maybe something that I've noted, and before I ask my question, and it's true that the government policy in Senegal is in favor of aquaculture, but the reality is that the people I don't know whether it has changed these days, but the people prefer fish directly fetched from the sea or ocean. So, what do you think about aquacom? You are you are getting into this aquacom project, and we know that the needs of the people also is increase. So I'm sure that you encountered some difficulties, and we're thinking of 500% within 3 years. What are the difficulties you faced, and can you share some ideas with us about this increase? Thank you. Let me share my story with you. From what you started in aquaculture, I have my cabinet on my office, and from experiences, I discovered that our people has many, especially fish farmers, has problem for input, especially the price that was needed to get it, to search for those inputs, and even after 2 months they cannot get it, and that's where they can go to internet, and what that's led me to get into this project. It's true that people are looking for fish from the sea, and I know that is nourishable, more nourishable. But you know, when we take the consumption of fish in Senegal, we have 9 kg per inhabitant. So today there's a reduction of our effort of about 16%, which means that those that have access to sea fish are there, and there are many people that do not have access to that fish. So aquaculture or fish farming it comes to meet or to bridge the gap of the people that are marginalized, that cannot go to sea to gather fish, and this way of assisting them so that those are working in other regions, working with women. Our actions comes from our expertise, because before even launching this project, I have an experience in e-commerce, and well, initially I wanted to. I was doing some things online, that online business, but I decided to get rid of that and to come to e-commerce in aquaculture, and this continue help me to, if you happen to integrate other market challenges are there related to facilities. I have no vehicles, but what I do is very simple, and we make use of transport means within the region of fresh product, but all that has to do with the food items. We do that by public transport, this to avoid the emission of CO2, and this is the system we are developing so as to get to the majority of the people. So from Senegal, we started small, and you know Cote d'Ivoire is 4 times Senegal, so we are thinking of getting to Ivorian market, and that's what we have in plan, and to get a more market and not to be limited to Senegal. My question has to do to logistic, and you already answered that. Thank you. Let's imagine a scenario that your business is successful, and fishers are fetching more fish from the sea. Have you thought of a solutions that will help us to alleviate the pressure on maritime resources concerning fishes? I think I talk of the impact beyond business. As you are all aware today, I will do it in the with the consent of the people. So the stock is that, you know, naturally the production is and decrease is decreasing. Why? Because if we are more responsible in terms of sustainability and production, then we'll get to agricultural production. Let me take the example of 2 countries, Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire. In Senegal, we import more than 50% from outside. What's the problem then? In Cote d'Ivoire, they get about 600,000 tons. And when the six remaining, they only consume 100,000. The 600,000, where do they leave it? So this is just to assist the fishery, to assist to help the people, and this will help to bridge the gap as far as fishery is concerned.
Thank you so much, jury. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time where we vote. So can we have the QR code on the screen? So this is where you pick up your phone wherever you are. It's compulsory to vote. So yes, pick up your phone, please scan the QR code, and then vote for your favorite picture for this session. You have a few minutes to do
Votez
so.
pour votre candidat favori en scannant donc.
Vote for your favorite candidate. We have the QR code, and especially for those candidates that were the pictures of this afternoon, according to you, who is the best among them?
Have your phones in your pocket. You need to bring it out, scan, and you vote. Voting is compulsory. That's your way of supporting them. You have a few minutes more to finish your voting.
Encore quelques secondes, ou une minute peut-être, pour scanner et voter pour votre meilleur candidat. Et je rappelle donc.
I shall recall that tomorrow, at the end of our meetings, we'll have the result of those votes, not forgetting that the members of the jury should take note of, should also mark a note, not forgetting those who are only. If we finish with the votes, once again, we invite you to give a round of applause for all the candidates of this afternoon. It's not easy at all to have all these people here in this room. We once again want to thank the members of the jury, Funige from FAO, Lina, South Africa, Foga, Togo. Thank you, members of the jury. A big round of applause for them. We had relevant questions that enabled the candidate to defend themselves, and not only to meet your need, but also for the public here.